I'm Jeremiah McKinnon, and this is NEC News Today. Here now are the top cannabis news stories from around New England for October 13th, 2023. In Massachusetts, the language to file a local petition for on-site cannabis consumption establishments was recently released by the Secretary of State's office. According to reporting from Talking Joint's memo, a local entrepreneur's attention to a section of law related to the local petition process led the Secretary of State's office to release the language necessary for municipalities to host on-site consumption establishments. With a petition signed by at least 10% of the voters from the preceding biennial state election, municipalities can put forward the question in the next municipal or state elections ballot. If a majority votes in favor, the respective city or town would greenlight such establishments. Although local officials may proactively authorize these establishments without going through the referendum process, the power of the petition lets communities weigh in and potentially redirect the course of social consumption policies locally. Roughly 1 year after starting adult-use cannabis sales in Vermont, its hemp and cannabis industries face mounting challenges due to conflicting federal and state regulations. While the state has been a pioneering force in hemp cultivation and has recently legalized recreational marijuana, officials decided to relinquish control of its hemp program to federal authorities in 2022. As a result, the U.S. Department of Agriculture maintains that according to their rules, hemp license holders cannot also be licensed to manufacture cannabis. According to reporting from 7 Days Vermont, this federal rule has left some Vermont growers who obtained a cannabis license in a precarious position of either giving up the cannabis license or the hemp permit to fit within guidelines. This week, I was able to travel to the Heirloom Collective in Hadley, Massachusetts, and I wanted to try a strain that was considered one of their best. The choice was obvious. I grabbed some of their signature strain, Kitchen Sink. With its tasty and pungent aroma, this was a well-manicured flower that smoked well and tasted great. For the full review, including photos, please visit necnewstoday.com. New Hampshire is hearing from representatives of the medical marijuana program on how to incorporate the existing system into any future legalization efforts. According to reporting from Marijuana Moment, the New Hampshire Commission set up to draft legislation on adult-use cannabis legalization is working on the challenge of integrating the existing medical marijuana program with a broader cannabis legalization framework. While state-run stores are a primary consideration, an alternative franchise model is also on the table, proposed by New Hampshire's Liquor Commission, offering a blend of state oversight with private retail operations. The Commission's recommendations are anticipated by December 1st to guide lawmakers in the direction of a legalization bill that will have enough support to pass this time around. Burns & Levinson is about to host their 7th annual State of the Cannabis Industry Conference in Boston this month. Burns & Levinson's State of the Cannabis Industry Conference is set for October 16th, 2023 at the Westin Waltham in Boston. One of the key sessions will feature a one-on-one fireside chat with Sean Collins, Executive Director of the Massachusetts Cannabis Control Commission. The agenda includes sessions on marketing strategies, navigating restructurings, strategies for accessing capital markets in challenging times, and innovative branding approaches in the cannabis space. Please visit necnewstoday.com for more information. Maine is getting ready to finalize major updates to both their medical and adult use regulations. In an effort to update the adult use cannabis program, Maine is moving to permit edible sales with higher THC content, allow marijuana delivery to hotels, and at fairs and festivals. Meanwhile, the Office of Cannabis Policy is simultaneously revisiting rules for the medical marijuana program. This initiative seeks to align the program with Maine's medical cannabis law and address any recently made legislative changes. John Hudak, the director of the Office of Cannabis Policy, pointed out that his process includes a delicate act of balancing fresh legislation with the concerns of business and the paramount importance of public safety. Last but not least, Connecticut and Rhode Island continue to see strong cannabis sales. Connecticut recently released figures for September of 2023, with combined adult use and medical marijuana sales hitting a noteworthy $25 million. Adult use sales made up over $14 million of that amount. Meanwhile, Rhode Island fell just short of reaching 5 months of consecutive record-breaking sales, with $9.6 million in combined adult use and medical sales. In terms of consumer preference, Connecticut's market saw a 52% dominance by traditional cannabis flower, followed by vapes and then edibles. Rhode Island sales, on the other hand, highlighted the popularity of cannabis buds, followed by pre-rolls and vape cartridges among its top sellers. For the absolute latest New England Cannabis News, head on over to necnewstoday.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video. Subscribe to NEC News Today for more great content, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode of the show. For New England Cannabis News Today, this is Jeremiah McKinnon, reminding you to always use cannabis responsibly and to enjoy your cannabis-filled adventures throughout New England.